Okay, so now we're going to do a balancing sequence, and you need to do the warm-up, Surya Namaskar A and B, and preferably the standing pose sequence before you go into this one. Okay, make sure you're very warmed up. So what we're going to do first is we're going to come to the front of our mat, raise our arms up, fold down from our hip flexors, bring our hands down to our mat or onto our block, step back into plank and hold. And if you want to get a nice little abdominal workout, go ahead and fold down to chaturanga, bending your elbows towards your ribs. Hold, hold, hold. Bring your knees to the floor. Cross your feet behind you and roll over your feet. Now this one you might need a couple of the poses that we're going to do. You might need a strap. Now if you don't have a strap with you, you can always use a belt, or you can use your bathrobe and just tie like a little loop that you can stick your foot through, okay? So since we're going to work on our right foot first, I'm going to put it around my right foot. Now for the first pose I'm not going to need it, but I'm going to just have it there and ready to go. So what we're going to do is, I'm prepping you for a couple of the balances that we're going to do. So sometimes it's really nice to do it on the floor. So we're going to do Supta Vrikshasana. So you're going to bend your knee and have your right knee sticking out towards the side of the mat, at whatever level you feel comfortable with. And then you're going to bring the sole of your foot up against your left knee. And we're just going to put our palms out to our side and just breathe. Now you're going to bring your knee up. And again, if you're in this pose, and you can't drop your leg down too far, let's say you can only go to here, make sure you support it with a block or a pillow or a blanket. Because if you give it support, then your muscles can relax, and then you can start creating the length in that muscle. If your leg is afraid it's going to fall, it's going to contract. The muscles are going to contract on both sides, and you will not get any kind of length in that muscle. So now you're going to bring your knee up, your right foot is on the floor, and then you're going to extend your right leg up. Now, if you can't reach your big toe, you're going to hold on to your strap, okay? If you can reach your big toe, you're going to grab hold of your big toe. You're going to put, for both with the strap or the big toe, put your left arm out to the side, shoulder length, palm down, and then you're going to drop your right foot out to the side. Okay, and you're going to just hold here and breathe for a few breaths. This is Supta Padangustasana. And then you're going to let go, bend that knee, and bring your foot back. I like doing it that way because it's a lot less strain on the leg and a lot less chance of an injury. Now we're going to put the strap around our left foot, and then we're going to straighten out our right leg, bring our left foot to the floor by our knee, and then we're going to drop our left knee out to the side of the mat, have the sole of our foot along the side of our knee, palms up, outstretched, shoulder level. If you want to, you can even bring your hands up over your head. This is Supta Vrikshasana. Then what we're going to do is we're going to raise up our left leg. And again, if you can't reach your big toes, just grab the strap wherever you're comfortable. And again, you can put a pillow or a block underneath your leg to help your leg relax. If you can, you're going to wrap your fingers around your big toe, put your arm out, your right arm out to the side, palm down, and then you're going to drop your left leg out to the side. Letting it come down to the floor, trying to keep your shoulders on the floor. And if you can't, eventually you will be able to. And just breathe into this lovely pose. And keep your right foot flexed. You want to keep this leg active. A lot of times we forget about the leg that we're not working with. And you want to keep that leg active, which actually helps balance you. It anchors you in this pose. Now go ahead and let go, bend your knee in, go ahead and remove your strap. And then you're going to come up on all fours, and then we're going to do upward dhanurasana. So it's a back bend that helps release your lower back, and it also is a balance. So what you're going to do is I want you to find the drishti point on your mat, okay? And I like to kind of look ahead, so not straight down so I don't fall down. So I want to kind of look ahead a little bit. And then I'm going to bring up my left foot, and I'm going to go back and grab it with my right hand. Now, some of you might not be able to grab your foot. So even if you just do this motion, this is fine. It's perfect, okay? If you can grab your foot, you want to push that left foot in and up, okay? In and up in your hand. And then you're going to bring that leg down. Now we're going to do the other side. So we're going to balance on our right hand. We're going to lift up our right knee, grab hold of our right foot with our left hand, or reach towards it and lift up, push away and up. There you go. And then come back down. And then we're going to rise up in the downward dog. And we're going to create a little bit more openness here. So you're going to take your left hand and you're going to reach towards your right ankle, and you're going to look underneath your armpit. Now if you can't grab hold of your ankle, that's fine. Just reach towards it. This is called Parivrtta Adho Mukha Svanasana, or revolved downward dog. Now take your left hand, your right hand, and reach towards your left ankle, looking under your left armpit. This is a wonderful little twist for the organs and your spine. And then we're going to walk our feet up towards our hands. Put your hands on the block. If you can't get your hands down on the mat, hold down and exhale. Inhale, look up halfway. Fold down and exhale into Uttanasana. And I'm going to rise up with the flat back. Bring our hands together. So now we're going to do our balance, our first balance, which is a little challenging because this floor is a little wibbly wobbly. So what we're going to do is you're going to shift your weight to your left foot, and you're going to raise your right knee and have your hands down. And then raise your arms up, put your foot down. Up and down. This is telling your brain, hey, I'm getting ready to balance. And it kind of gets you ready. And then what you're going to do is, we're going to go into Vrikshasana. Now a lot of people have problems with this pose because their feet slide. What you have to do is you kind of have to dig your heel in. But some of you may only be able to come up to this point. Or you may have to just keep your toes down on the floor until you feel strong enough to work into this pose. Now Vrikshasana is a wonderful pose to do if you have any sciatic nerve pain. And also Supta Baddha Bhustasana, which we just did on the floor, that was another one that's really good for it. So what you're going to do is, remember, you can gently work your way up. See how I'm working my foot up, and then we have our knee going out to the side. Now if you can, you're going to, I lost my drishti point. You're going to find the drishti point on the wall, and then you're going to bring that foot in and raise your arms up. And your body's naturally going to adjust and wibble wobble a little bit. Now if you're really wibbly wobbly, that means you've gone too high. So make sure you lower your foot down some. When you're in this pose, don't have your tailbone sticking out too far. You want it reaching down towards the mat. You have to engage also those abdominal muscles, bringing them in and up towards the spine. Okay? So, Vrikshasana. You bring your foot up, find your focal point, which is eye level. If you look up or down, you're going to fall. And if you want to, you can open your arms out in the Prana Mudra. Okay? And then bring your foot down. Now the other balance we're going to do is, you're going to bring your foot up. Oh, you might need your strap. Now see, I have a hard time doing this with the strap. It kind of throws me off balance. But what you can do is you can bring your foot up, okay, and hold your strap. And you can go at whatever height feels comfortable for you in this pose. You shift your weight to your left foot. If you want to go fully into it, you can put your hand on your hip or eventually your hand out to your side. Do what feels right to you. For me, usually my hand on my hip works best. And then you're going to grab your big toe, like we did on the mat, and then you're going to extend your foot out. and hold, hold, hold. And then eventually you can bring it out to the side. But today we're just going to do this. So you've done Vrikshasana, extending your leg out. Now we're going to do Garudasana, which is a little bit easier but still a little tricky. You're going to wrap your right leg around your left leg, and then you're going to bend your left elbow. It's going to be on top of your right elbow, and wrap your arms around each other and squat down. This is called Garudasana. Okay? So, left arm goes on top. Right arm comes underneath. You wrap your right arm around it. Wrap your right leg around your left leg. And then lift your arms up and squat down. And come out of the pose. Okay? So now let's do on our left side. So shift your weight to your right leg. Knee comes up, hands down. Do this a few times. And then we're going to go into Vrikshasana. Remember, you need to do it at your level, wherever your leg can go. Okay? So you bring it into your level, pushing that heel into the side, looking at the wall, finding your drishti point, which I was not doing, and bring your arms up. And you want to root that foot, standing foot, down into the floor. And then if you can, bring your hands out in the Pada Mudra. Now, to do balances, an important thing is you need to root down through your lower body so the upper body can go up. That's where you find your balance. Think about a tree. The roots reach down deep into the earth so the limbs can rise up and open up to the sky. Okay? So now we're going to move on to our next pose. So remember, you can put your strap on and you can shift your weight onto your right foot and you raise your leg up, finding your drishti point to wherever you feel comfortable at, whatever level. Okay? Now, if you feel that you can, you're going to bring your foot up, find your drishti point, bring your foot up, and extend out, and you can put your hand out here or on your hip. Now, some people might have legs that are longer than their arms, and if that's the case, use the strap, okay? So that is, oh, we're going to do Garudasana on the left-hand side. So, this time, right arm's folded, bent, left arm comes up and around, so the left arm is underneath your right arm, okay? And this time we're going to wrap our left leg around our right leg, bend down like we're sitting in a chair, raising our arms up to the sky. This is a wonderful shoulder stretch, and it really works out the thighs. And there's your balancing sequence. Namaste.